right, can you state your name and year that you were president?
Certainly. Madeline Marzano-Lesnevich, and I was president of the American Academy of Matrimonial Lawyers in 2016, 2017.
And what year did you become a fellow of the Academy?
Oh, now you are asking me a difficult question. Um, it seems like I was always a member of the Academy, but I think more than likely it was 2005.
And why did you become involved in the American Academy of Matrimonial Lawyers?
Well, I started my law career later than a lot of people. And once I became a lawyer and started doing family law, I noticed in our local law journal that there was a picture of a group who identified themselves as the best of all matrimonial lawyers, and they were members of the American Academy of Matrimonial Lawyers. I knew nothing about the organization, but once I saw that, I set my mind to finding out what the group was, what it did, what you had to do to become a member, what you had to do to be considered as esteemed as these individuals had identified themselves to be. And so I just went after it.
And what are your fondest memories or greatest accomplishments from your time in the American Academy?
I think there are many. I'm very proud of the work that I have done on the continuing legal education program. I think the Academy offers such cutting edge stuff. I believe that the quality of what is offered to other lawyers, to the general public, to judges alike, is just so excellent. So during the course of my leading up to being president, I was fortunate enough to be chairing a committee on dealing with divorce in families that had children with special needs. And I think doing the work for that, putting together seminars on that subject and producing a booklet that could be an aid to both parents, lawyers, and judges was one of our greatest accomplishments. I think the camaraderie of the Academy is just fantastic, and I'm just so pleased with all the good friends that I have made in the Academy itself. I think taking positions on a different amicus brief has been an extraordinary experience. So I think everything that the Academy has to offer has certainly added to my career as an attorney, and I think has added to the entire profession of family law attorneys.
And if you were talking to potential applicants to the Academy, what would you tell them are the greatest benefits of membership?
I think one of the greatest benefits is the networking, because most of us who've been doing family law for a while do run into cases in different states, clients whose case is not in our jurisdiction, and they're constantly asking for referrals to other people. And you want to be sure when you're sending somebody to another attorney that that attorney is going to handle it as well as you would have. So I think the ability to call any other fellow of the Academy in any state and say, hey, look, I have this question, or I have this client, or they have a part of their case is in your jurisdiction. Would you be able to help? I think that is a tremendous benefit. I think also learning how things are done in other jurisdictions just broadens our perspective and gives us things to perhaps try in our cases, or to bring to our groups within our own jurisdiction to say, hey, maybe we should be considering this as part of our law, as a modification of what we have. Or when we handle a case, maybe we should be doing it this way. And of course, the friendship groups that are formed within the academy are just lifelong friendships. Even though you don't see most people, if you meet people in different jurisdictions, you only see them maybe once or twice a year. Rarely do you all get together or get together with people in different states. Sometimes you might do that. But just knowing that you're going to the annual meeting or to the mid-year meeting, and you're going to see the people that you saw last year or that you've been in contact with during the year, I think the camaraderie is one of the greatest things that the Academy has to offer to everyone.
And lastly, I'll ask, what do you think the Academy's greatest accomplishment is? And is there something that the Academy has not yet done that you think they could do in the future?
Well, I think one of the greatest things about the Academy is that by virtue of its admissions policies, it has vetted all of the matrimonial lawyers who are members of the Academy. And therefore, we provide to the public a group of bodies that we can say, these are experts in the field. And if you have a divorce case, if you have any kind of a family law case, you can go to a member of the Academy and know that everything is going to be handled in a professional, a zealous way, an ethical way. So I think that by identifying the members of the Academy and by having such a rigorous standard to become a fellow, the Academy has done a great service to the general public at large and to the judges as well. They know they can usually rely upon the law that's being presented by an Academy fellow. What I would like to see the Academy do more of, and this may not be a popular stance, is to get more involved in the rights of individuals who are impacted by our laws and who within the family law umbrella have questions that might be an aid of the Academy doing more in-depth research and being public about it. I mean, transgender rights, I think that we really should be looking at that, looking at custody from that point of view. And I think the Academy needs to get more vocal. I recognize it's difficult because we're from all different jurisdictions, but some things just bypass any of our local and our individual or our political views. Some things are just a matter of a person's rights. And I think we should be more involved with that.